Hi, my name is Justin Odisho, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to recreate this flying in clone body part effect. So this trend has been going around. I've seen it on Instagram a couple times, and I actually got tagged and requested in this by someone on Instagram. So thank you for that request. If you're not following me on there, I'm really easy to reach. So I've got this clip on the timeline, and we can pick any moment here. I'm just going to show you the basic workflow. And the first thing we're going to do is we have to kind of work backwards in this effect. So let's pick the exact moment where I want him to fly into his clone river. Let's say right here at the end of a dance movement. In Premiere, you can easily grab a screenshot by being in the program window and clicking this little export frame button or Shift+E, and you can save it wherever you want on the desktop, or you can just click import into project, and that'll give you a screenshot that you can drag right on top of your clip. So I'm going to drag this on a layer on top of the clip, and it's important that you make it end exactly on that frame that we cut it at. So keep your timeline position there. So now with my screenshot in place, I'm actually going to move over on the timeline a bit, and working with this screenshot highlighted, if you go to the effects control panel, you can see in the opacity section the pen tool here, so we can create a mask on one of his body parts. So I'll click the pen tool, and remember, make sure you're in the program window so that you can see your pen tool. Just cut out his arm here based on that stripe on his shirt. So the pen tool is pretty simple. You can create curves, make a decent selection here, and you can cut out whichever parts that you want. If you hold Option, once you make a point, you can always drag the curve back inward a little bit if you're on a sharp turn. And if you need to zoom in so you can actually get in between tight corners, you can always bring your program window up to like 200+% or something. Make sure you're in the program window if you lose it, and I can make the cutout. So in this case, I didn't make too great of a cutout, but you can take your time with it. The great part is you're only doing one frame, so you don't have to worry. And you have options for the mask feathering or the expansion if you want some refinement tools. I suppose you could do this in After Effects or Premiere. It doesn't really matter. But once I have my cutout limb screenshot, I can see that as I play the video, there's going to be a certain point where it just kind of snaps into place. And that's where we placed it and cut it out and screenshotted it from. Now all I have to do is animate it coming in from some certain point. So let's say I want to start here or something. I'll trim off the end of that clip, and I'll add some keyframes and transformation options. So I'll click the stopwatch icon for position, maybe even rotation, and that'll create these two keyframes of where we're at right now. So I'm actually going to use those, but move them over to the end of the clip. And then I'll create these two new keyframes where maybe we start off on the outside of the frame and we rotate in one time. So that'll look like this. So it kind of fits in. If you need to get these keyframes back in the original position, you can always hit this reset button. So that's another tip. But now playing that back, we see that kind of snap in effect that happens. So you can play around with the type of keyframe animations you do, get creative with it, and how many times you want to mask and repeat out these layers is up to you, but that's the basic workflow for how to do this clone fly-in body part effect. Thank you so much for the suggestion from Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on there, check me out. Subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for all my new videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.